ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Middle Earth. That's right. It's time to dive in for some more The Third Age. I am the Metal Blue Eyes, and joining me as always is the one, the only, Fighter Caps.
Hello, everybody. We're back in Middle Earth.
Okay, I
As
thought
opposed to
I
Bar
see that
and,
mouse that's on the screen.
What mouse?
Also with us is
I am capturing this from legit Dynamite hardware. Completely
also with
legitimate.
us is Double RPG.
Yeah, of course, Double R. Our resident
Attention.
RPG expert.
Attention, folks. The battle, the war against the neckbeards of Mordor is happening right now.
I mean, basically, that is true.
They're not orcs. They're not trolls. They're not the Nazgul. The
Ooh,
forces
nice.
of Mordor.
That's right, and we're able to take one out with one orc bane, which is always good. Nice. Anyways, back to the grind of Minas Tirith. Thankfully, this time, I don't think we are being, what's the word? Assholed into, after a long, grueling boss fight, thrown into a battle against two trolls without saving.
I think the word you're looking for is halted from saving your progress before the end of an episode.
Yeah, but, hey, we made it. Now we just gotta fight through the streets of Minas Tirith.
Wonder who the boss is. Is it Denethor?
I don't remember. I think you had to fight Gothmog again. Finally. But there's a couple others I seem to remember. I know you have to fight some Oliphants at some point.
Oh, Mama Kill. We're gonna kill a Mama Kill today.
Yeah, basically. We're gonna help out our brothers in arms here, defeat some orcs. Because Lord knows we could use the experience.
Oh god, yeah. Anyways, how's everybody doing this week?
I am not that bad, actually. We just got in a nice load of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which I'm gonna open later. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Hopefully they have some. Hopefully you have some pretty good cards amongst the new stockpile you have.
Oh no! Idriel's been melee immobilized. Oh no, it's not like she can just throw water at somebody
Ooh.
for absolutely massive damage.
Oh, she took it.
But
She didn't take an arrow to the knee. She took an arrow to the gut.
I mean, yeah, basically. All the arrow under to the gut, basically.
you until I was injured.
I'm pretty sure Lord Doom would be very satisfied at seeing that sight.
Well, yeah, he's not a fan of the knife ears, so yeah.
No.
Hey.
Anyway, what were you saying, Jerry?
That was what you were talking about.
Oh, knife
What
ears. Yeah, I gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, we got
But
something
yeah.
for Elegost too.
Maybe don't learn too much from me. Don't learn my power of disassociation.
No.
That's one you shouldn't learn.
No, I shouldn't learn that. Although I think I did kind of learn the power of borderline personality disorder, but that was in my dreams.
Yep.
That's strange, but all right. Pardon
But
me.
yeah, other than that, things have been pretty good on my end. I am on I'm on a new week of vacation starting now.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we got a shaman, so we got to take him out first.
Oh, the shaman thing.
Oh yeah, I figured one orc bane wouldn't do it, so we'll just have to go for two. Yeah, shamans are annoying. Oh yeah, just like him unleashing some stagnant fury. Which I'm sure smells lovely, since, orcs are, very hygienic beings.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good job, dwarf.
Very surreal creatures, I should say. Summer Games Fest came back a couple days ago, and it was a shit fest from what we experienced.
I'm glad I missed it.
The only good thing out of that presentation was the release date for Shredder's Revenge,
Which is always good.
coming out in 5 days.
Yeah, like definitely looking forward to it. I mean, you got the Turtles, you got April, you got Splinter, you got, I think, Casey too. So.
Yep. So you have the whole crew.
Lawbreakers.
The whole family. Which I hope they get Townsend Coleman to voice him in the game,
Well,
since he did voice Casey in the.
I was
80s
gonna say
cartoon.
they've gotten back all the other ones. So.
Oh, hey, Star
It's
Child.
so-
All the ones that
so-
are still alive, I should say.
So
yeah.
so if we hear Casey say "Lawbreakers," I am just gonna be like,
Yeah, because
Okay.
people kind of don't remember how insane Casey Jones was in the show, in like the original show.
oh yeah,
Because I know most people think of Elias Coots from the first movie. When they think Casey
Elias
Jones.
Koteas. or Elias
Koteas,
Kot-
okay, apologies. Koteas. They mostly think of him, and not as, like, insane cartoon Casey.
Oh yeah,
And
Casey Jones in the
what am I
'87
looking for
cartoons
again?
was brutal.
Oh, yeah, a mobilization remover, that's right. Okay.
Star
I completely
Child here.
forgot what I was doing there for a second.
Oh, hey, Star Child, and says that he's been playing games and watching anime and wrestling DVDs.
Cool.
He finally got to Platinum Eiyuden Chronicle Rising last week.
Cool.
And now he's trying to decide what to beat next. And he also finished the Glass Fleet anime and trying to finish Kimagure Orange Road right now.
Cool.
Did you didn't platinum Eiyuden Chronicle, did you?
Eiyuden Chronicle Rising. No, I haven't Platinum the game yet, although I am getting very close to doing so.
I guess it's not too crazy.
Oh no, you could probably Platinum the game in about 20 hours at best.
That's what Star Child said yesterday too. When we were playing Super Robot Wars, he was like, "Yeah, 20 hours, boom."
Mm-hmm.
If you remember saying that, Star Child, I don't know. If
It's
you remember mentioning that.
it's still. I'd still say it's a pretty fun Metroidvania style game that Eiyuden Chronicle Rising is, and for $15, you can't really go wrong with it.
Oh yeah, Star Child said it's pretty easy.
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Our
That's
healer's
good
dead.
It says also short, like was it $15?
Yeah, $15. But I'd say you for the whole story, you probably get about 10 to 15 hours for the whole tale.
This is supposed to be what, just an appetizer?
Yeah, that's basically a prequel companion piece before the main events of the main game that comes out next year.
Oh, do you remember that game Eternights we saw?
Yes.
You know, I just found out about the guy who's developing it. It's just this guy who made a studio of people. He used to work for Blizzard and Riot and all these other game companies, so he's been around, but
Mm-hmm.
he made this game because he was just a fan of Persona and wanted to make his own Persona style game. That's why it's so much like Persona.
Yeah.
Where I even thought it was Persona 6 for a quick second.
It's like Persona, but less of the Gnosticism.
Oh yeah. Tarsha said Eiyuden's a simple platform that's just introduction.
Yeah. Although
I thought that was accurate.
it is. It's an action. It's a Metroidvania with RPG elements.
Oh, okay. So then Star Trek's not wrong then.
Mm-hmm. Whereas,
Yeah.
Hundred Heroes is going to be traditional turn-based, like what you would expect in this mainline Suikoden game. So nothing to worry about that when it comes
Okay.
to 100 Heroes next year.
We have defended the courtyard, which is cool. But I also see a troll that we're gonna have to fight, so let's quickly
boy.
save.
Oh boy.
At least you can
Here-
save, yeah.
Here comes the neckbeard.
Always be saving, folks.
Yep, I was just gonna say that. I was literally just gonna
ABS.
say that.
Always be
Always
saving.
be saving. Exactly.
Like, every save point we come across, yeah, we're saving. Because
Oh yeah.
that's one of my downfalls as a gamer, is I probably don't save enough. So.
I remember the KOTOR thing.
Oh, 3 trolls.
Good thing you saved. Definitely.
And good thing we have perfect mode that can call in the eagles.
Finally.
Well, the
Eagles
eagle,
fly.
I should say, not eagle.
On the
it's just one of
silver
them.
rise. Now we need to sing Saint Elmo's Fire when they show up.
Oh, and they all died in one
And then
hit.
we get copyright strike. So I
Oh, and
forgot.
hey, a bunch of orcs are taking their place, which, you know, I'd rather deal with than 3 trolls.
Oh yeah.
Because orcs I can deal with. Like one or 2 trolls, that's pushing it, but 3, yeah. No.
They all had Mjolnir's hammer. Or the
I mean,
Thor's
yeah,
hammer,
basically
Mjolnir.
they did. Like, sheesh.
Yeah, so none of them with samurai swords, unfortunately. Or, I mean, fortunately for us.
Well, yeah, fortunately. Well, they all died to an eagle, so hey, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna get auto res on
You got the chat open, Kyle?
Yes, I do.
Pterosaur and Hadron.
And, Startall says, I wouldn't even say it's a Metroid or Castlevania type game. I beat it on hard and never died the entire game I played it. And then he says, might as well be a Mario game.
Well, if you backtrack, then I guess it still counts.
Crippling
yeah.
smash.
Castlevania.
Yeah, you do backtrack. And
Oh, you can.
each area has a map on it, so that's why I
No, a lot of
Yeah.
people would even. It's just not. It's just easier. But
yeah. But hey, at least there's a good thing. You can actually fast travel.
that's
bet-
cool.
Yeah. So it lowers the monotony.
There's that. At least, yeah. Fast travel's always good.
Mm-hmm. Although I will say, probably the only thing that Eiyuden Chronicle Rising suffers from is that there's only 5 bosses in total.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, another troll. Oh, he's unleashing Mjolnir Thunderhammer. And it did very little damage to us, which, you know, I will take.
I accept that. I
Take
accept
those.
that with open arms.
I also crippling smash the. We're gonna try to keep the troll from attacking as much as possible.
Starchild says a lot of backtracking, even with the fast travel. Yeah, because a vast majority of Eiyuden Chronicle Rising is mainly fetch questing. Because you do end up getting a lot of resources from all the flora and fauna from the places you explore in the game.
We are going to.
Although in my case, I'd say that's something I am really complacent in doing is gathering a lot of resources ahead of time. But of course, there are some resources in that game that are a bitch to get.
Oh god, I bet.
Mm-hmm. Starchild says, if you want all the trophies, you will be going into the same areas over and over and over again. Yep.
Oh, one of those games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody has auto res on them, so that's good.
One of those games where there's a lot of content, but not a lot of places to travel in a tight little package.
Well, it's good to know that Loudwater Fury does a terrifyingly large amount of damage to trolls. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
like, terrifying.
yeah, that spell has been a godsend for us.
Not to mention we have our like super duper like water damage elf stone on Idriel here, so that probably helps too. Okay, and I think goblins have not goblins, orcs. I mean they're all the same thing basically. They're just like subspecies and everything.
They're all the same to me.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
here comes another
Gosh.
troll. But like I said, as long as we're only dealing with like one at a time, it's manageable. Just got to give him the crippling depression.
Starchild also said, I was smart and stockpiled items in the beginning, so when I had to accept missions, I already had the items to turn in. Yep, that's pretty much the way to do it. If you want to, get through the side questing really fast.
Okay, Parathor, double it. Too bad we don't have, like, a Trollbane or something.
Yeah.
Trollbane would be awesome.
Yeah, why didn't they even think of that as one of our abilities for one of our party members in this game?
I don't know, because there's like Orc, Urukai, Warg, Creature. God damn it. My second attack missed.
Bane of Sauron, Bane of Saruman.
All that good stuff.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it! I know you're a dwarf, Hadhod, but you gotta be able to hit shit better than that.
Oh.
Like, god damn it, I'm gonna have to boost her action. Okay, he's going after Idril, but it doesn't matter, she has auto raise on, so. And it didn't kill her anyway.
Metal's just like when I play Super Robot Wars. I'm like, yeah, they have this much chance to hit, they still miss. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Exactly, like, what is your major malfunction, Sergeant?
With you missing a whole lot, I say to myself, are we actually playing Earthbound instead of Third Age? Because it in Mother 1, 2, and 3, you can miss quite a lot. Your attacks, basically.
Alright, Valar on himself. Then we'll hit the troll with a bit of water.
Yeah, and Starchild also said, once you beat the main story in Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, it reverts you in your save before the final area and gives you more missions in case you aren't at level 50 by then yet. Yeah, because level 50 is the max in that game.
Oh wow, we actually hit him, though it wasn't enough to kill him yet.
I will say that the main character CJ in Eiyuden Chronicle Rising is just an initial for what her whole name is, but when they reveal what her whole name is at the very end of the story, you're like, ah, clever.
Clever McGillicuddy.
Or I should say, clever girl.
Yeah, I know. Why is it McGillicuddy?
McGillicuddy. But yeah, speaking of clever girl, Jurassic World Dominion released yesterday, and hasn't been getting a lot of good reviews from what I've heard.
Yeah, like I'll probably go see it, but yeah, I'm not in a huge rush.
Yeah, they say it's probably the worst.
Because here's the thing, like I liked Worlds, Fallen Kingdom, I thought was just okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I said, I'm a little more cautious going into to Dominion. So
I mean, having the likeliness of Dr. Sam Neill and or Dr. Grant, Ellie and Ian Malcolm in the mix, it's like they didn't really do that much to save the entirety of the trilogy or whatever.
Freaking orcs, man.
Starchild says, I didn't really like any of the characters in Rising, but I'm sure there will be cooler characters in the next game. Well,
oh no, she got pinched.
Yeah, I mean, when looking at the characters in Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, I mean, they do seem black and white, but then again, it's just a prequel game, so it's not really, the main game which we're getting.
It's just what do you call
appetizer.
Exactly.
Yeah. Die, foul beast. Okay, I think this is the last troll we have to deal with.
Oh, good.
But like I said, like, one at a time,
Wait, what?
perfectly manageable. Because we just hit it with the crippling depression.
And I got scared. I thought I heard wheels in the call. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, we just learned a new ability for Hadhod, Durin's Wrath.
It's freaking out.
Starchild also said everything after JP2 is trash, basically.
Durin's Wrath. Two-strike attack that stuns.
Oh, yeah. Lost
Well,
World
okay,
Jurassic
he's
Park.
immune to stunning. I guess I should have figured that. He's a troll, so. Oh, here comes the Thor. Thunderhammer.
And if they're not going to make a new Dino Crisis, why haven't they made a Jurassic Park game with the survival horror aspect, like Dino
question.
Crisis or Dino Crisis 2? Because that would actually be a good alternative, since we have not gotten another Dino Crisis in far so long.
You know, that is a very good question.
Seriously, I would really love to mow down Velociraptors with a machine gun. Well, possibly facing a T-Rex or a Gigantosaurus.
They seem to be sticking to the theme park kind of simulator kind of thing.
Yeah, but
With Evolution 1 and 2, so.
honestly, I kind of feel it's run its course.
Kind of, but let's just say Jurassic Park's games in the past have gone from, okay to shit, so.
Mm-hmm.
Because there have been good games. Like, the early platformers actually weren't bad. The one I personally had was the, one for the Genesis, the first game, and it was fun.
Oh yeah, where you play as either Dr. Grant or the Velociraptor.
Or the Raptor, yeah. Like, I played the shit out of that one because it was one of the few games I had back in the day. And like I said, it's all right. Like, it's not like a great game, but it's, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah, that
level
one's
up our boys here.
Yeah, that was not bad. I mean, I didn't really play it that much. The only one I played more was its sequel, Rampage Edition.
Oh yeah, I've played that as well. It's pretty good.
But I will say, for Rampage Edition, it's quite a jump in visuals, because the first one being realistic, the Rampage Edition is more cartoonish.
Yeah, the art style is a little different, and the gameplay was a bit more refined. Like I said, it's a good one. And then there was the SNES one that was a weird combination of like overworld shooter and then like clunky first-person shooter.
Well, the Super Nintendo one was partially a remake of the NES game.
It's true, yeah. And it actually supported the NES mouse because of the first-person parts. Which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
And then we got ones like the point-and-click one for the Sega Saturn. Then we got like Trespasser and Warpath, which...
There was also the sequel, The Chaos Continues, on Super Nintendo,
Chaos
which played more like Contra, if anything.
Of course, this isn't, getting into the Sega, rail shooters, which were amazing. But those are arcade rail shooters, so...
Yeah. Star Child says a couple things. He says Dino Crisis will probably end up on PS Plus soon. Yeah, most likely.
Probably.
That and Dino Crisis 2. And that was the only Super Nintendo... I had Jurassic Park on Super Nintendo. It's kind of a Doom clone. That was the only Super Nintendo game I willingly sold.
Oh, I remember that game. It's a Doom clone.
It was interesting. Oh, damn.
Yeah, when you had to go inside some of the engine hideouts or buildings, but it was in first person, kind of like Doom or Wolfenstein. Yeah. And when you took the elevator to go between floors, you heard some soothing elevator music in between.
Oh yeah, that's always good.
And LPH says, and hi,
Hey,
LPH. Yeah,
Yo,
by the way,
LPH.
he says a Five Nights at Freddy's version of Jurassic Park.
That might work, actually.
I mean, maybe?
It could, but you'd have to deal with the smaller dinosaurs like Velociraptors, Dilophosaurs, Compies.
Compies.
Just the small ones that'll actually give you a more of an annoying time than a run for your frickin' life type of time.
It's one of those ones where, like, as weird as it sounds, like, I'd like to just maybe see somebody do, like, the House of the Dead remake thing to, like, the rail shooters. That'd be
those Sega
because, like, the first
arcade
one
rail
was
shooters.
pretty good. Like, it was pretty good. It was, like, all 2D sprites and everything, but it was still pretty good. But then Lost World just, like, knocked that shit out of them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would definitely love to see one of that, because that was crazy, and I've pumped so many quarters into that damn game.
And you got to see a Brachiosaur take a huge dump in that game.
That is true. And you also got to fight against a Carnosaur that had chameleon abilities, somehow. Because, oh no, wait, they were foreshadowing Jurassic World. Haha.
But yeah, that would have been really cool if they actually, you know, did make a new Jurassic World game, but kind of returned back to the rail shooting games of the Jurassic Park.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And Starchild says, I have some of the original Jurassic Park toys. Yeah, I did too.
I
but
did too, yeah.
The only one I ever had was the Velociraptor.
I had a few of the Raptors. I had both the baby T-Rex and the big T-Rex. I also actually had the big, like, pen playset. That was, like, the visitor center, but it had, like, the electric fencing around it, and it had, like, electronic sounds and shit, and the gates and everything. That was nuts.
Mm-hmm. And Starchild even says he also has the Grant and Ellie figures. I had the Jeep, but he had the Jeep, but it got tore up.
Oh, that's
I don't remember if I had any toys or if they were just generic dinosaurs. Because I had a lot of those.
They probably were toys, but you might have gotten them out of Happy Meals or something.
Yeah, that I know too. But because I know I had a bunch of like dinosaur toys, but they might have been generic dinosaurs. I don't know if they were Jurassic Park or not.
Yeah. Speaking of dinosaurs and video games, you know what game needs to make a comeback? Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
That'd be cool.
That'd be great, but just like AVP, you know, licensing hell.
Yeah.
That's why Aliens vs Predator won't come out.
Yeah, sadly.
You know, all these arcade collections. I'd love to
Unless
see it.
you're in Europe.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, for real?
Unless you're in Europe and you get that huge one shaped like the Capcom logo.
Oh, yeah. Asuka bought that.
Yeah, she did. Like I said, yeah, so you can if it's Europe, but not if it's North America, I guess.
I guess
Sick.
licensing is different.
Oh, yeah.
Are different.
Yeah,
Ooh, critical.
some of the licensing stuff in other countries or other continents and countries within that continent, they have different regulations and that kind of
They
stuff.
do, yeah. Alright, I'll just do regular attack on this guy's ass. There we go. Killing orcs. Never gets old.
Never does.
Yeah, Hadron. Yeah, Morrowind. Yeah, Aiden. Yeah, Helgos got a hood.
A whole hood?
Yeah. A whole
A whole
hood.
strawberry?
And you guys could definitely hear us, you know, talking about all these old dinosaur games that were awesome because none of us are going to play Exoprimal when it comes out.
Probably
I don't
not.
think so.
I do not like the idea of Anthem, but with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And one of the characters in that game looks like Regina from Dino Crisis. I mean, seriously, Capcom, what the hell are you smoking and coming up with that
Just got
game?
something new. First Age Mithril Belt Buckle of the Fathers. Alright. Weird to find a First Age Dwarven buckle in the middle of Minas Tirith.
Right.
But hey, whatever.
Just lore continuity stuff. Just like in Fallout and Skyrim. Where you find stuff in those games that are like loot, and I'm like, but this shouldn't it shouldn't be here.
Yeah, it shouldn't be at
This
this
should
location.
not exist.
Like I remember like there's like a Draugr dungeon. It's like this dungeon has been untouched since the first era. So why is there third era septims here in these cockles? Doesn't make any sense.
Nah, son. Starchild says the dinosaurs have been played out for a while.
Just
Yeah.
Like zombie. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
still
just
doing
like-
zombies still.
Yeah. And just like aliens.
For real, that too.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Surprised there isn't an alien dinosaur zombie.
Just wait. Just you wait.
Really surprised there hasn't been a
How
survival
did that
horror
last
game.
one miss?
I'm really surprised there hasn't been a survival horror game where you go up against a bunch of slasher villains. The only thing close.
Not,
The only.
not a bunch.
Yeah, not a bunch. I mean, I know there are some games that, you know, have the concept of where you have to try to avoid them, like Clock Tower, for instance, but not
There's
ones where you know.
Game, and then there's I forget what other one. There's been ones where like you go up against like one. Yeah.
Well, you
there
know
was,
what I love, guys? I love getting staggered, so I keep getting hit and can't get any friggin' shots off.
What was that Tecmo series where you basically are?
Are you thinking of Deception?
Yes, Deception. That's what I'm thinking of.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Well,
Just
we're
like
dead.
a lot of these movies, that was another random game my dad bought, and it was part 2 as well. So I didn't even know what happened in part 1.
Don't
was
you
just
love
like,
it,
what-
folks? We got party wiped.
But yeah,
Oh.
Deception. Deception was an interesting beast because basically you go inside this castle because you think it's a safe haven, but sometimes there's these crazy lunatics that will try to kill you, but you have to set traps inside the castle where you're
And
at. So
part
that way.
two, you're just straight up the bad guy. Setting traps.
Oh, game over.
Yeah, we kind of got,
Let me join you, my friend.
you know,
So,
to use
brought
Tekken
up-
terms, we got
yeah.
air juggled like bitches, so.
Yep.
Dinosaurs have been played out for a while. They need to come up with more
They have.
creative ways to use them, and Dead by Daylight.
Indeed.
But I was going to say the only thing close I could think of where you go up against a bunch of slasher villains was Resident Evil 4, especially when it comes to, you know, the village people and the people of Osmond Saddler's cult or whatever. The cult, Los Illuminados cult.
Los Illuminatos.
Los Ingobernables.
Hey, Lord Doom!
Yep.
Golly, you scared of me, Kyle.
Sorry.
That's fine. Or is it? I don't know.
And then Starchild also says, I know they added a bunch of horror villains but to Dead by Daylight, I believe. Yeah, they did.
Mortal Kombat added a bunch, but you fight them like one-on-one.
Yeah. And Lord Doom says, yeah, they added the killer from Scream and the pig from Jigsaw, if I recall correctly. You mean Saw?
Well, Jigsaw is the
Yeah.
thing with stuff, you know. I thought everybody was gonna eat the chips.
As well as Freddy. Yep.
Good old Freddy. I hear you got
Hey.
fingers.
Oh, God. I always think of the Backwards Man every time when I think of that movie. I'm the backwards man, the backwards man. Backwards man, the backwards man. I can walk back as fast as you can. I can walk back as fast as you can. I'm the backwards man.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's also copyright.
Oh, God.
Legit, like, even though it's like obscure or whatever.
For me, it's all about the cheese helmet, but yeah. And also, Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Or that when Tom Green's character in that movie was driving down the road, and then he stops by this farm where these two horses were breeding, and he was just looking at the horses breeding while eating a lettuce sandwich, just staring at it without
said,
breaking down or whatever.
LPA said, and yet dinosaurs still have one more year because 30th anniversary of Power Rangers.
And Jurassic Park.
Got a point there.
Lord Doom said he used to play that a lot until Huntress got nerfed.
And she had one-shot hatchets that would insta-down you. It was like having a gun. But yeah, as I was saying about Deception, that was a very interesting beast for a video game.
I remember playing it. Like I said, Dad randomly buying it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is weird.
And then they had the PS2 game called Trapped, T-R-A-P-T, which was a Which was
confused with the
either a
band.
sequel or a spin-off.
One of the Deception games had like Ayane from Dead or Alive, I think. Right?
Oh really? Because I think it was Fatal Frame Maiden in Black Waters where Ayane was playable. But if one of the Deception games had Ayane, then hey, that's pretty cool. Although, for someone like her, I believe she would kick all the crazy people's asses since she's a ninja and knows
Oh, yeah, she's
martial arts.
He wants to use traps this time, but... And again, the crazy people's part 2 is you're legit. They're the sane people. You're the crazy one.
Wow. So you play the serial killer in Deception 2.
You're laying the traps because they're trying to like stop you from like. If I remember right.
Oh no, she's dead. Oh no, she's dead.
This was before
Starchild, Lord Doom says one thing. He says, a cross-map hatchet shot for my montage, Kappa. And then Starchild says a couple things. He says, I know Deception is on the PS3 store. I think Trapped is on there too. And he has Trapped on the PS2. Yeah, the thing is with Trapped is that you play the princess of a castle who is the adopted daughter of this king and queen, but the queen actually, berates her adopted daughter and has people try to kill her to, not make her part of the family anymore or something like that. It's kind of weird. But the premise was set in stone. I mean, it didn't really have to be that overly complicated. And Starchild also said, a girl I know sold Trapped to me in a bundle with the 3 Shadow Hearts PS2 games. Oh, dude. And Chaos Wars, too. Oh, Shadow Hearts. Oh.
Yeah, okay. I was right, sort of, about Deception. You can pick your side in part 2. You can be good or bad.
Oh, I see.
And in part 1, you're this dude who's like trying to get a revenge, and the devil helps you. Cause, and in Deception 3, then Trapped is indeed part of that, but it's in Japan. It's called Kagero 2, because the first Deception 2 was called Kagero Deception 2.
Mm-hmm.
Trapped is called Kagero 2 Dark Illusion. So it's like a direct sequel to the Deception 2.
Uh-huh.
That makes any sense?
Yeah.
Deception 3 Dark Delusion. Deception 4 Dark Times. Deception 4 The Nightmare Princess.
Alright, we killed the shaman already, which is good. Friggin' Morgul slashes and shots, pissing me off, man. 'Cause it like disables our asses. I mean, but
And then they had that one that came out on the PS3 and PS4.
Cleansing Waters.
I never played that one. Deception 4 Blood Ties.
You saw what Lord Doom wrote?
I linked a picture to my Vader saber. Wait, revenge with devil help? Forget what I'm saying. We on you now.
Alright, and good news is Idriel just learned an ability that removes all our negative status effects at once.
Oh, good.
Because getting party wiped is no good.
No good.
Asuna. The Asuna ability she has. But in this case, it would be Asunaga. Where all the
Remember
stats...
Final Fantasy 1? Where you could go past the 3rd level and had like Kuraja and stuff like... Not Kuraja and stuff like that.
Oh god, yeah.
And I guess in later games they're like, let's tone that down. I guess they're like, let's just have 3 levels. I have no idea. I haven't talked to Sakaguchi.
Yeah. Would be nice if we actually, talk to him. I mean,
Before when he had his Facebook as an actual regular Facebook page, I was friends with him.
mm-hmm.
But now he made it a fan page,
Yeah.
so I can't really message him like as easily.
Yeah. That's a shame. But hey, at least it's good to know that he's being socially active in some way.
Yeah.
Lord Doom says a couple things. It says, does her ability put her in the trash where she and her kind belong? I'll keep my negative status effects, thanks, Kappa.
I figured that one was coming.
I don't expect help from the elves.
From a filthy knife here.
And Lord Doom also said, Way of the Samurai 4 was my jam. I love that game.
Yo, I love the first. I never got to play any of them beyond the first Way of the Samurai. But boy, did I love that first Way of the Samurai game. That game was sick. It had so many endings. Dude, you could... So many different things you can do.
Way of the Samurai.
Yeah.
Say
Say the Samurai.
Way of the Samurai.
I know what I said.
Alright.
Wire made that game. They're the Tenchu people.
Yep.
And
There was
Way of the Samurai 4 was only released on the PS3 in North America via PSN, but it got a worldwide release in 2015. Oh, I didn't even know that. If it's still on Steam or something like that, I'll definitely see it. I have to try to pick that
Yeah,
up.
Lord Doom, I know exactly what you mean. He said it took so long to beat because he needed to do everything. And that's true, because Lord Doom even says you can go any way with the story, even being a bystander and not getting involved at all. Yep.
Wow.
That's true. Even in the original Way of the Samurai, you can do that. It's crazy how deep you can get.
So many
Starshaw said PS Plus Way of the Samurai games are in the Japanese store.
I guess for how you play Way of the Samurai, there are games that definitely invoke replay value.
Oh god, yes! Oh my god, that's why I would just keep trying to see what else I can do. I remember playing the first, and I'm guessing 4 has even more than even the original. So like, because what you do in the first one, I don't know about how part 4 goes. In the first one, you had like 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
and when those 3 days, you could make your dude different ways, and then you start off one way, and you could like in those 3 days learn about this clan over here, help this guy fight off these thugs. Don't help him.
Here we go. We got samurai orcs again.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
boy. Here come the neckbeards. The true neckbeards of Mordor.
See, Lord Doom even goes on. You should play the PS2 one, or I should. One of us should.
Maybe that'll be your next game after
Okay, I'm calling
after
it the
Super
Eagle.
Robot Wars.
2 trolls, I'm just gonna call them the Eagle.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna go into part 2 immediately. I was planning on doing Lost Judgment somewhere,
Okay, that actually did quite a bit of damage.
and Lord Doom said he thought that was insane about Way of the Samurai 4, and it made it one of his favorite games of all time. You can legit just do nothing, and the story continues. I remember finding like this whole plot in Way of the Samurai 1 that didn't even know existed, with this like dude and his dad who are like at odds with each other, and you could even find out about the plot, and then you can like pick your side in that plot if you feel like it. Go with the son or go with the dad.
Dang.
And that's not even the main plot. The main plot's about like this like battle for during the Meiji era or something like that. Oh, look at it, Lord brought up.
Meiji era, that's like 1800s Japan,
Yeah.
when basically samurai clans or ninja clans were becoming a dying breed. in society, basically.
Oh, you should read on.
Yeah, he says, and 4, it's either help the government because it takes place during the time where Japan was opening up to foreigners, which means a lot of people were like, no, we should stay isolated. And so the government, the foreign faction, or the rebels that want Japan to stay closed. Dang.
Okay, we stopped the rampaging troll, which is always good.
And you managed to stay alive. Good.
Yeah. You know, trying. But, okay, yeah, we got a captain here, so you know what that means, folks. We're frenzying.
Oh boy.
And we are going straight for Loudwater Field.
Bard.
Like, you know, that's just something about video games I really miss in this day and age. I mean, I know it's still there, but it just seems like that they're few and far between as replay value.
Exactly. A lot of games are open world, but they don't really have replay value. There's not really different takes on the story of a lot of these quote-unquote open world
I hear
games.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last one I played that really felt like that was New Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
That's an oldie but a goodie.
I was thinking about re-downloading New Vegas.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, the one open world game, I mean, even though there are several places, but several stages, but they're big, huge open worlds, which I feel definitely, you know, adds well to the replay value is Super Mario Odyssey, because I just recently went back and started playing that game again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lord Doom said, also the government in Way to Samurai 4 is clearly the super evil faction. They don't even try to hide it. Boy.
Well, I'm sure, because they got those muskets with them.
Are they really trying to say the nationalists who want Japan closed are the good guys, though? Because that's kind of Baki the Grappler, where it's like, haha, Japan can survive on its own? Yeah. I'm like, no, you can't.
No. Someday, maybe not in our lifetime, but someday, things are going to change for that country.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, another movie scene.
Oh, when oh, yeah. Oh, it's one we can't skip.
Yeah, like I said.
Lord Doom says, it's legit run by Japanese Palpatine.
Oh, wow. Unlimited power.
Okay, I think it's to show that the siege towers are coming, so we gotta start fighting them.
Ahoyo godaimasu.
Oh, boy.
Have that
Do we get
effect
fit
on,
for that?
have that effect on people, don't you, Master? Out cold.
Oh, right. Turtle 3.
Don't worry, there's a silver lining somewhere. Ah,
Just like elephants in Blue Hawaii. Yo, dude.
Yo, dude! I can't even do Robbie Wrist's laugh as Michelangelo.
Well, if we meet ABGN, we'll meet Robbie Wrist.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently.
Speaking of which, you remember how I told you about that fan film called Casey Jones that
Yeah.
released on the internet?
Oh yeah.
They actually got Robbie Wrist to voice Michelangelo in that independent film.
Really?
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah, and I think he was the only turtle that showed up in that film.
Well,
Because honestly, when it comes to Casey Jones, you would think that Raphael would have had more of the spotlight.
You would, wouldn't you?
what did Lord June type in the meantime? I didn't even.
Oh, okay.
Cat moving.
I'll read all three things. He says, I'm going to try and find a screenshot of that, dude. You need to see it. If I can find it, I'll link the Best Friends one-shot video they did on Way of the Samurai 4. It's hilarious. Hey, boy! Komaki from Yakuza. Kappa.
That's rad. Oh man, Lord Doom, have you ever seen this video of this guy? Like, he edited Giga Chads listening to video game music, and it's Nier, which mixes into DMC5's God, what's
Virgil?
Virgil's song
Yeah,
called again?
I can't
Something in
remember.
the light or something.
Mm-hmm.
Which then mixes into Rules of Nature,
But
which then finally mixes into Friday Night, the dance song at Yakuza 0 and the dancing minigame.
Oh yeah.
Do 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 do.
yeah, Jerry showed us that video yesterday, and oh my god, it is so brilliant.
It is.
Lord Doom said I haven't seen that. And
Oh
then
man,
You know what? I'm gonna link it in Discord. I'm gonna link it.
Lord
I got
Doom
it.
says, Lord Doom says, bury the light.
Yeah, bury the light. That's it. I was like, that was something light, right?
Yeah, something. But yeah, dude, you're gonna get a kick out of that.
Here I thought I'd be fighting against a troll. Now it's just a bunch of freaking orcs.
Ever since Street Fighter 6 was unveiled,
Oh, here it is.
ever since Ryu's been unveiled in Street Fighter 6, Chads have been rampant on the internet.
I just wish that RE Engine would fix their freaking mouth.
Yeah.
People are saying Chun-Li's face looks good. I'm like, no.
No,
uncanny
it's
valley.
like a return of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite's realistic Chun-Li.
I don't know if it's that bad, but yeah, it's to me,
Something, yeah.
Nightmare.
I guess you like it or hate it.
Alright. Okay, so the shaman's been dealt with, which is the kind of the important thing.
I mean, the RE engine is okay in some games, but for something like Street Fighter 6, it's like, nah, son, get that shit away from me.
I guess I put it in music technically, so there you go. I put it in the Discord in music. Oh, there's the Vader saber. That looks pretty good. Why the third party replicas are so good, man? I need it. I want one at least. Just so I can swing it around and jump. No.
Which third-party replica, or which replica would you like? A Gunblade?
No, a lightsaber.
Oh, lightsaber.
Because I had a toy one from Hasbro or whatever. That thing sucked.
Well,
No.
yeah, like the toy ones will compared to like even the high-end like Force FX ones, which are like the collector's grade ones that they do. Yeah.
Although, Jerry, would you be happy if you got a replica of Squall's revolver Gunblade from Final Fantasy VIII?
If you're offering to buy me one, then yes.
And LPH says it's not worse or better when he's talking about the RE engine. He says, look at RE4 Remake.
Yeah, they look weird there too.
Yeah.
Not
And,
weird, but yeah.
I mean, it looks like Leon has greasy hair.
I
in
think RE
Remake.
Engine is okay, but like seeing DMC is these supernatural games, like comic looking supernatural games, like I don't know,
Yeah, I honestly do believe that Capcom...
it's too realistic for those types of games.
yeah,
To me.
I mean, if Capcom really did want to keep their development budget down on games, then I really think they should have invested more into the Unreal Engine instead of their own proprietary engine.
It's a good engine for just like not every game should be running that.
Nah. Ah. There's the troll with the samurai swords again.
Yeah, well, we
Oh, hey.
got one of them dead already, so there's that.
Lord Doom brought up just talking about how I wanted a replica of myself. Lord Doom said, Smooth Swing Sabers, at least the baselit ones, are kind of cheap at the moment since they're phasing out the 9 sound font boards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, LPH, you are so right. You are 100% right. And yet Capcom can't remake Code Veronica. We've both been saying that for how long, Cal?
Yeah.
Literally, we talked about it like yesterday.
We've been saying that ever since RE4 Remake was announced.
Yeah.
That is a
It's
fact.
What the
like
heck?
it's like if they want to be honorable to the franchise, then they need to go in chronological order with the remakes. And jumping from RE3 to RE4, when Resident Evil Code Veronica and Resident Evil Zero have not been remade as of yet, that was too big of a leap. And yeah, we do believe that RE4 should not deserve a remake yet. It just doesn't seem like it's perfect time.
And all that too, like
Mm-hmm.
Code Veronica, right there. That needs a remake bad.
Yes, because as much as I like Code Veronica on the Dreamcast, and especially Code Veronica X on PS2, you got to admit, that game has not aged well when it comes to its visuals.
LPH is right, yeah, that game really needs a remake. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, good game, but I do feel that for being the first Resident Evil game where everything's fully rendered in 3D, it has not aged well in that regard.
Oh, Starshaw said it looks like someone different modeled each character separate again. Oh yeah, just like in Street Fighter V. It does look like that. Yeah, like somebody, there's different people modeling each character model.
Mm-hmm.
But the game is still in production. So yeah, that's why I haven't been saying, oh, I'm gonna hate this game, especially with what they said about cross-platform play and rollback being in.
Which is
it doesn't matter if you're on Xbox or PC or PS4 or PS5. You're gonna be able to play with each other. That's cool.
Which is always good.
You know,
that's true. What LP said though, Code Veronica needs a remake, but Capcom, but RE4 makes money.
I mean, they're not wrong.
I mean, sure, it's definitely gonna play better than OG RE4, but
or Doom also mentioned Crimson Dawn site where he got the Vader Saber from. If you aren't particular on the hilt, you can buy a mystery box for $80. It won't be NeoPixel, but it's still pretty good for what you pay. If I get a job, if I finally start working, that'd be great. I'll get one. Just to for me, I just want to I want to be more active. I've been doing push-ups and stuff to give me something to instead of just sitting there looking at the TV. Just, something like it, because something in my hand to swing around. That isn't the crappy Hasbro one. That'll just fall apart. I swing it too hard. But there was something else I was going to bring up. Going back to the remakes. Oh, right! Personally, I think Yakuza 3 needs a remake.
Oh, yeah.
Kiwami 3?
It also needs a Kiwami, yeah.
Yeah, it needs the Kiwami treatment badly.
5 is wacky, but 5 is still playable? And 4 is fine. But 3, jeez. I think the story of 3 is fine. I actually do. But the gameplay needs, and the camera, and the frame rate.
And the difficulty.
Yeah. It's weirdly difficult even on lower difficulties, and I'm like, okay.
And the proportion of Kiryu's hands need to be better. Because if you play Yakuza 3, it looks like he has big, huge ham hocks.
Now, which ones have you beaten?
Me?
Yeah, Yakuza's.
Zero and Kiwami 1.
Alright. So you still gotta play Kiwami 2, huh?
Yeah. I'm trying to find the perfect time to put in for Kiwami.
Yeah, I mean, just like me when I played Sakura Wars. Actually, I went and played Sakura Wars, but then I quit the game and didn't save it because I kept giving wrong answers to the girls, and the whole point of the game is you're supposed to, like Persona, get them to all like you.
Yeah. And, there's plenty of other games we feel that should get the remake, aside from Code Veronica. Like, we were even talking about how Bully from Rockstar Games needs a remake.
I'd love to see that get remade, because I really like the idea, but the gameplay now is kind of stale.
Yeah. And it's a remake from the ground up, not just a port, like how Rockstar ported the PS2 trilogy for HD consoles to horrendous results.
They also did a PS4 port of Bully, which I bought. Lord Doom said he'd rather it'll have smooth swing, which we're talking about. That is exactly what I want, because like I said, when I would swing the toy ones, they break. Not like break, but like they're like you know how they're like connected and go.
Yeah.
They're like someone porting. Yeah, they just flop off.
And LPH says RE4 won't be. I think he meant to say RE4 will be less camp but more serious.
Yeah. I think too.
Yeah, that's the thing. When it comes to Resident Evil, I always preferred that campy, tongue-in-cheek nature of the series. But ever since like Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, they just decided to make Resident Evil have more realistic tones instead of campy, tongue-in-cheek, or campy and tongue-in-cheek atmosphere to the whole experience of their games. Honestly,
go ahead, sorry.
and honestly, I find that to be kind of offensive when it comes to Resident Evil. I mean, if you want to have a survival horror game with more realistic tones, I would just say make a new IP and just kind of leave Resident Evil alone as it is.
Leave Resident Evil alone.
Lord Doom, yes, that's how I feel about Resident Evil. It's supposed to be camp. I don't like how everything's getting too serious. He even said if they change it, he's not going to play the remake. Supposed to be campy, right?
Yes, it's supposed to be.
LPH mentioned he beat 1, 2, 6, and 7 for Yakuza. As for me, okay, I've been here since the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Literally when nobody knew what the heck it was. Just like Tecmo's Deception, bought it randomly, right?
Yep.
So I played 1 and 2, but didn't get to beat them. Because Dad would sell them, promised he'd get them back, and he did try, but the problem was, after selling them, they became rare. Or uncommon, you know? So you couldn't find them to get, this is before we had internet, so we just had to go by stores near us. And then I beat 0, Kiwami 1, Kiwami 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. The only one I'm working on right now is 5. Then I'll have beaten all the main story games.
LPH says that MGS games are camp, and even the bad ones. Yeah, they're very tongue-in-cheek.
Very true.
Very tongue-in-cheek.
MGS, yep.
I really miss that about most of those games, having that tongue-in-cheek feeling. I mean, I know they're still there, but it just seems like the ones that get all the praise are more done with the serious,
for real.
The serious side of things.
Super
You can't. Funny. Lord Doom said 4 is even his favorite in the series, so him playing that, it's like him not playing a DMC game.
Yeah.
And Lord Doom is right about LPH being right.
Yeah, about how the Metal Gear Solid games is all about camp and not.
Yeah, but he's mentioning the codec calls that proves LPH.
Oh yes.
and that's not even including the Colonel and Rose being all the AI being corrupted.
Getting all screwy, yeah.
Oh, I
That's not even counting that.
Does a raw blink on Harry Carry Rock. I need scissors. 61.
Eligos, down the wall. Keep that thing away.
I remember I thought that was a real glitch, and I actually turned off the game because he kept saying turn off the PS, turn off the console. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's a glitch. And then like my friends after school, like I go back to school, I turned off the game, it's a glitch, and my friends are like, dude, you're supposed to keep playing. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, that's part of it.
The burgers of Kazuhira Miller comes to mind.
The first thing I thought of when he said burgers was Bernie. And Lord Doom's gonna get it. Yeah, and you too. Yep. I just can't not hear burgers and think of Bernie now.
Now, whenever I think of camp from Metal Gear Solid game, the franchise, I always remember in Metal Gear Solid 3 whenever Paramedic always asked Snake Naked Snake if he ever saw any classic movies, and
yes,
whenever she brought up 007 from Russia with Love, then all of a sudden Zero got in a really shitty tirade with Snake because of him not liking James Bond.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Starshell said, yeah, for Peace Walker he believes the burgers thing. Oh yeah, you should put it in Discord, yeah.
Hey Snake, have you ever seen the movie 007 from Russia with Love? I don't even like those type of flicks. All those spy flicks are nothing but pure fantasy. Snake, I don't think the Major's gonna like what you're saying. And what is it that you don't like about James Bond?
God, that should be a meme. That should be like take the audio and like edit in like cartoon characters or something like that,
Yeah.
or SFM of the 3D models. Like, oh, the burgers thing is from MGS5 or Doomsday.
Ah. Oh, Nazgul fight with
Yeah.
the Fell Beast. Remember that trick to
Yeah, which we can't do because none of our guys fighting it have crippling because they intentionally split your team here.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man, that blows.
Well, what can you do? Answer, not much.
I remember, speaking of, and also speaking of Metal Gear Solid, when I was playing MGS2, when I was playing the tanker chapter, where you play as Snake, I remember that one instance when you're on the first floor of the tanker, and when you're in the locker room, and you get inside of one of the lockers, and then Otacon calls you, and he says that brings back a lot of memories, and he said that, if he was in Snake's shoes, then or if Snake was in Otacon's shoes, then he would have done the same thing with being scared inside the locker. And then all of a sudden, Snake was like, "Not unless if I wet my pants." And then Otacon says, "That's a low blow, Snake."
I remember that.
Yeah, because he pissed his pants in the first game.
Yes. Yeah, but the funny thing is that if you played it in Japanese, after that conversation took place, then you saw Snake laughing in the codec conversation. But they did not keep that in the US release.
Filthy swine. Okay, what better to fight a foul beast than a giant eagle?
Lord Doom says Peace Walker on the timeline is super close to 5, so I get it. On the timeline, they happened like a year apart. Yeah, between Peace Walker and Ground Zeroes. Mm-hmm.
That is a fact.
Although, I can't say... Oh, well, I mean, the thing when it comes to Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain, I will still never accept Kiefer Sutherland as Big Boss. I mean, I know he's a great actor, but when it comes to his voice work, it's just like... all I just hear is Kiefer Sutherland. I do not hear...
Snake. Yeah.
Snake, yes. Because after watching Armitage the Third, the film,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, just listening and playing the main protagonist in that movie, which is pretty much just a compilation of the OVA, the first OVA series. It was just like, this is why I don't like Kiefer Sutherland as Big Boss in MGS5, because all I'm just hearing is Kiefer Sutherland's voice. Starch Child says he's not far off from getting the platinum on MGS5. Oh my god, man. And it takes forever to get any progress done in that game.
It does, yeah.
Just because of how open world it is and how every episode needs to feel like it's the episode of a TV series. Because after you beat a mission, credits roll.
Yep.
Lord Doom says, I just want David Hayter back, but I also don't because his voice has taken enough abuse. Well, I mean...
Wait. I know what he means.
I know he...
Otacon.
I know he appeared as Snake in Super Bomberman R, and David Hayter got to voice him too, but I haven't even heard what his voice sounds like for the character. It's probably not that any different, but yeah, I agree with you, Lord Doom, that I want to see him back. Maybe just for like one more outing, at least. And then pass off the baton to somebody who is, far more capable of succeeding David Hayter than Kiefer Sutherland. Because the thing about Kiefer Sutherland is that when it comes to his voice acting, he doesn't know how to portray emotion in his characters, and he doesn't have any fluctuate.
Actors aren't necessarily good voice actors.
No, But yet people still give them praise.
Like, because they act their whole body. They weren't taught how to act just in their voice, how to convey all that just in the voice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the same impression I get, especially when it comes to anything that Will Arnett is a part of. Because whenever he's a part of something, when he's just voicing his character, I'm just like, wait a minute, I'm just hearing Will Arnett, not him giving his character a unique voice.
Lord Doom brought up how, that's why it hurts. It does hurt his voice. Hater. That in four he was talking about how how he needed whiskey to do Snake voice because it's rough.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It does hurt. Like, even trying to mimic.
Oh
hurts.
yeah. I'm sure it was painful, especially when it came to MGS4 when he played Old Snake. Starchild says he didn't have a problem with Kiefer Sutherland as Snake in MGS5. He was skeptical at first, but ended up liking it either way. Well, I mean, everybody's
My dad likes it too.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
He actually liked it.
But for me personally, I'm just one of those people who just did not prefer him as Big Boss or Naked Snake.
Fair enough.
And I know a lot of Western development studios use like high-profile actors to voice their characters, but honestly, I do feel that's an Achilles heel because, especially when it comes to games like like RPGs, kind of like Elder Scrolls and The Witcher and that kind of stuff. But there are others where I feel that they actually are truly befitting to be called a voice actor. I mean, take a look at somebody like Yuri Lowenthal. He sounds great as Spider-Man in Marvel Spider-Man, the PS4, PS5 game.
True.
He's coming back in the Midnight Sun.
Yes, he is.
Lord Doom said he was okay with Sutherland as well, but his nostalgia for Hater is strong, and he admits it. LPM said doing that for almost 20 years, you can see that it hurting.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
I just figured out.
But then again, I think it was also part of it was also Kojima's fault because of how much he wanted Hollywood.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because he still can make a game, but he's not like Cage that much. But he's also like Cage in the fact that, like, bruh, like, why do you love Hollywood so much?
Mm-hmm. And we even said, if you're wanting people from Hollywood in your projects, then why not make a movie?
Yeah.
For both Kojima and David Cage.
Cinematic gameplay. Just finished, folks.
That not.
You get it?
Oh god. No.
Man, more people need to see Lethal Weapon. I don't know how.
But you want to know who's also a part
Lethal
of their.
Weapon 2.
But Jerry, you want to know who else is a part of their inner circle when they believe that for the games that they type of the types of games that they make where everybody should feel how the stories are, feel for the characters and that kind of stuff. But the other character or the other person who is amongst the inner circle between David Cage and Hideo Kojima is Neil Druckmann.
You already know that.
Good old Last of Us.
Start my Lethal Weapon 2 for Neil Druckmann. Anyways, you need to see Lethal Weapon 2.
Oh man, it's been a long time since I've seen any of the Lethal Weapon movies. I mean, I haven't seen them all fully, but like I said, when growing up, I was not that much of a movie buff. But I am slowly, seeing some of the movies that I missed when I was growing up, and maybe going back to Lethal Weapon would actually not be a bad idea.
First one has Gary Busey as a bad guy.
Oh yes.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
Before the
Inter-
accident.
interesting note, folks. Gary Busey, he went to the college where I'm from, in the town I live in.
Yeah. Oh, Lord Doom says something. What happened? He saw the mouth on Blue Eyes in the corner, open on the corner of his, in the corner of his eyes, and it freaked him out.
Oh, well, sorry
And
about that.
he thought his medication was screwing with him.
Starshell says he remembers Rockstar having a lot of problems with high-profile actors during Vice City.
Like Ray Liotta as Tommy Vercetti.
Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. But yeah.
Yes, rest in peace, man.
Starshell says he has
R.I.P.
all these weapon movies. I should get him myself. I don't know why I'm as big a fan as I am. Big a fan as I am. Even 4. I know 4 is, weird, but 4 did have Jet Li. You gotta give 4 that, right?
Well, you just gotta get diplomatic
Oh, yeah.
immunity, so Hammer, you can't...
Eula, I'm nobody's bitch. You are mine.
Suffocation. Oh, I'll stop. Yeah, cut.
What is this, the one?
Dang it!
But of course, when it comes to Lethal Weapon, you can't go wrong with both Mel Gibson and Danny Glover.
Oh, of
Have you,
course not.
okay, so you haven't seen Lethal Weapon. This is even a longer shot. I don't even know why I'm asking this, Kyle. But have you seen Maverick? Mel Gibson.
Yes, but only once.
Oh. Because they reference Lethal Weapon in that, where Danny Glover's a robber, and Mel Gibson and Danny Glover look at each other, and the Lethal Weapon saxophone plays and everything, and they look at each other like, and they're just like, nah, I don't know you. They're like, wait, do I know? They're like, they both go like, do I know you?
Wasn't
Nah.
wasn't like the end scene in the movie where they were like in a jacuzzi or hot tub?
For Maverick?
Yes.
I don't remember.
And then like the credits were rolling during that scene or whatever. Because, like I said, I only saw it once, but I only saw it once when I was over at my when I was over at my grandma's house, and she took me to the drive-in theater that was close by to her. And Maverick was one of the movies that I saw growing up.
Lord Doom said he's seen the one too many times. And Starshell said Maverick is top tier too.
Uh-oh, we're getting foul breathed on.
Oh boy.
Yeah, in 1800s bathroom, Starchild said.
Okay, so you're right, Cal. There you go.
Oh, about the ending scene for Maverick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
You remember that? That's good.
Yeah.
See? You're doing all right. So, oh, by the way, I guess that's talking shop stuff after. I was gonna ask about the Bethesda thing. You know, the conference.
Uh-huh.
Bethesda.
By the way, are you guys gonna watch it, Jet?
Yeah.
Bethesda soft conference? Cause
Oh, double crit!
Well, we definitely are tomorrow.
Oh yeah, of course.
oh, Lord Doom, the Jet Li's a slave. Yeah, that's Unleashed.
Oh, I
With,
remember that.
Morgan Freeman is like the guy teaching him how to feel human emotions again. In other countries, it's called Danny the Dog.
It is, yeah, because that was his name, Danny.
Slave
Yeah,
fighter, but in other countries, Danny the dog.
Yeah, because he had a literal leash. It wasn't the metaphor. He actually had a literal.
And he was basically treated like a dog. But then, you know,
Oh.
Yeah.
he breaks
Oh,
out,
man.
finds a blind guy and some white chick, and you know, he learns to love and to live again.
I always found it so weird how title changes in other regions were a
Oh
thing.
God. I always make fun of the German title changes because in Germany they have a bunch of movies that they call Karate Tiger, and these movies have nothing to do with each other. But they'll call them Karate Tiger 2 and 3 and stuff like that, even though they're not sequels to each other at all.
Well, good news, we took out the Feldies.
Behind us.
Oh,
We must
nice.
go deeper into the city.
Nice.
I made a joke, Kyle, about if they ever made a Metroid movie. I was like, "What? Watch Metroid the movie, or as it's known in Germany, Karate Tiger 7."
Forward to the gate.
I love how
Man.
they're like, onward to the gate! But the first thing I'm going for is this goddamn save point.
I do remember that in Germany, for every installment of the Living Dead series by George Romero, they were always called Zombie
Oh, yeah.
without the E at the end.
Zombie.
Which is why the Wii game did that, right?
Yes. The Wii U game, you mean? Yep. Zombie
Yeah.
U. Yep.
Like a reference to that. Oh, and what did chat say? Yeah,
Oh.
that one, Daniel. Oh, that's a massive plot point of the actual collar. So actually, I don't know if I'll watch it. If I don't watch it, I won't have to risk feeling ashamed afterwards.
And Lord Doom says, "Be right back."
Alright.
You were talking about something before. Oh yeah. I remember now. You're talking about cinematic movies and how Drunkman is one of them. Yep.
Oh yeah, especially when it comes to The Last of Us.
Man. Yeah.
Basically, like it's just cinematic experience. Like, so why? I'll go to a cinema for a cinematic experience. I want an interactive experience.
Yeah. I want to play a game where I get to kick some ass, not watch people kicking ass. I mean, if anything, you should have made The Last of Us a beat 'em up.
That would have been
Yeah,
interesting.
I would have played that instead.
That's funny because the HBO series is currently filming pretty
actually,
close to me. Yeah.
They just wrapped. Yeah.
Yeah, they just wrapped up.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, I know that they were like just like earlier this week. I guess they were finishing up filming. So,
Oh, in Alberta?
yeah, in
Oh.
Calgary. Yeah.
Oh.
So when you see the Last of Us series, it was filmed in Calgary, Alberta. So there you go.
But seriously, was the announcement of Last of Us Part 1 remake on PS5 worthy of being the last announcement at Summer Game Fest 2022?
Personally, no, but
I feel like it's just Keeley. You know, him and Druckmann are like super close.
Yeah, they're
apparently,
tight.
I guess.
Yeah, he's close. They're close. Keeley and Kojima are close. It's like Keeley is having more of an affiliation with Hollywood than video games.
To me, it's like you're being too biased here, Keeley. You can't just like these guys are your friends, so you always give them the last hurrah. Like, come on, Keeley. Oh, what happened?
I know.
Star Child says there's another Mel Gibson movie that's underrated called Tequila Sunrise. It has Kurt Russell, Raul Julia, and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, I've seen that.
Oh, Raul Julia.
Yeah, I've seen
And Bison.
Tequila
If I've
Sunrise.
seen it, I know I've heard of it.
Por Raul, vaya con Dios.
Raul.
Oh,
And I think I
damn
made
it,
mention-
missed.
And speaking of Kurt Russell, I think I made mention of this before. Probably not in this stream, but probably in the Hero Club stream where I finally watched Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh yeah,
I-
finally. Where may the colors of America never run or something like that. I forgot. They get randomly patriotic near the end.
Yes.
Okay, we killed orcs. Woo!
Nice.
Remember, if
So
they
that's
got knife ears and they gray, they not only die here, they
Let's
go
see,
to
what-
hell here.
I think I need to make a list of what 80s movies I've watched, that I caught up on. I know Scarface was one of the first ones I caught up on. The Rambo trilogy, I caught up on. The Indiana Jones trilogy, I caught up on. Big Trouble in Little China. Oh man, there's too many to count. I don't remember all of them at once. But thing is that there's plenty of others that I still need to see, like the Lethal Weapon movies, for instance, and even the RoboCop movies, the original RoboCop
boy.
movies. Like, I wanted my grandma to gift that for me, at least the first RoboCop, the original on Blu-ray, which is the director's cut. But she never got that for me, and I was sad.
Damn.
RoboCop. What's that song you sing? It got stuck in my head with his theme song. Metal.
He's a robot. He is a cop. He is a robot.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. For some reason, that got stuck in my head one day.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah, I
in his
guess it's
name.
revenge.
He is RoboCop. Unless you're
I guess
talking
it's
about Clay
revenge for-
Fighter, then that's HoboCop. But yes.
Oh, Clay Fighter.
Hobocop.
I remember that. Oh man. First game's not aged well, but second game was definitely a better game.
Man, do I hate when I forget my dialogue, just like Toriyama. And do you know why Dragon Ball Superhero is called that? It's because Toriyama forgot he named the series Dragon Ball Super. And he's like, sorry about that. I put 2 supers in the title because I forgot it was already called Dragon Ball Super. And then I added Superhero. My bad. That's such a Toriyama answer. That's such a me answer too. I'd forget my own series too. I'm a little too much like him in that regard.
Well, I mean, he did forget a lot of things.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's in character with him.
I believe
True.
Superhero was made to apologize for the bastardization of Gohan that he has done for quite a long time after the Cell game saga.
I think so too. Youch.
You peaked. See, now Abridged has to continue because now that line with Piccolo saying "you peaked" is wrong.
Yeah. But knowing from Team 4-Star, they're not gonna continue since
No,
they
they don't do shit.
because they feel that they've still been burnt out, which honestly I
mean,
feel
it's understandable.
it's understandable, but at the same time,
Oh
I kind
my
of feel
God. Yeah.
it's kind of one-sided. It's like,
Exactly.
since you've gone that far, you might as well go ahead and finish
Exactly.
up the rest of it.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. Or was I? I don't know. Maybe I'm disagreeing too much. I don't know.
Yeah. Lord Doom says his Super Saiyan Bardock head came in for the figure, or
Nice.
for his figure.
Oh no!
Star Trek said Tango and Cash is good, and Showdown Little Tokyo is also good.
Tango
If
and
you like-
Cash is honestly amazing. Definitely check it out. It was not only the most 80s buddy cop movie, but the last one, because it was released at like the very end of 1989.
Oh yeah, the Police Academy movies. I need to watch those too.
Well, watch the first 4.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. Watch the ones with Steve Guttenberg, and then 4, and then that's about all you need to watch.
Some people would say don't even watch past 1, but no, I'll give them leeway. Watch the first 4. I like Citizens on Patrol. I like the 4th one.
Fair enough.
Also, probably because it was always on syndication as a kid. Part 4. A young Tony Hawk is in Part 4.
Oh, that is
Oh
right.
really?
Yeah.
And even The Wizard, I got to see that movie since I now own it on Blu-ray. Even though
You gotta-
that's
gotta give
technically a
me-
90s film, but
You know how I said I've been giving you gotta give me some that I haven't seen that I should go check out?
oh god, but you're a bigger movie buff than I am. But
Yeah,
you haven't even seen The Wizard, have you?
I've seen bits of it. I never watched the whole thing. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I might as well see that at some point. I mean, Fred Savage. I mean,
Well,
California.
but I'm gonna tell you right now,
Yeah.
not only will you see Christian Slater in that movie, but you're also going to see Tobey Maguire in that film too.
oh snap, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, very blink and you miss it. He's one of Lucas's like tag along kids when they're at the tournament.
Oh,
He's like the shorter one.
Oh yes, Star Child, Escape from New York. That's another one I need to see.
oh yes.
Oh, well,
You
yeah.
should see both. New York
That-
more. First one.
It's like every John Carpenter film in the 80s I need to see, and Big Trouble in Little China was like the first one I saw. So yeah, I need to see The Thing,
Oh, boy.
Escape from New York, They Live.
Oh yeah, They Live. I haven't seen that in a while. They actually showed it on TV. I was like, oh snap.
All right, that's one troll dealt with.
Roddy Piper beating up David. What's his name? Goliath's voice.
Oh, Keith David.
Keith David.
Yeah, Keith David. Yeah. There's a Keith David movie I saw a couple like 2 years ago or something like that. I never heard of. Where Keith David's like helping this cop. Like he drives a truck and gives him a shotgun. And he's like, here, use this.
Oh, Thor's hammer.
I would
I
say
don't
that
remember who that was.
I would definitely say that Keith David is definitely one of the upper echelons when it comes to both Hollywood acting and voice acting.
Yeah, he can do both.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, a lot of people don't, but he can do both.
Oh yeah.
LPH said, "Wow." And because we talk so fast, I don't know what the wow.
Men at
we go too fast sometimes.
Men at Work, and that's another Keith David film, Men at Work.
Wait, is that the one I'm talking about? Star Child, Men at Work. That's the one where he has a pickup and it's a shotgun and. I think it is Men at Work actually. Let me see.
Yeah, and Keith David is Spawn.
The gates are secure. Identify yourselves. I am
He will always be Spawn forever.
I have heard of you. Your banishment is still enforced, but
And yes, he was the
film. Yeah, that is the one I'm thinking of.
and yes, Starchild, you're absolutely right. Keith David is the Arbiter in the Halo series.
Oh my God, Starchild! I got it. Thank you so much, Starchild, for knowing which movie I was talking about. Yes, it is Men at Work.
Defend our catapults as you travel through. We must drive the orcs away from the walls.
That's funny. Right, Wheels? I mean, Kyle.
Hey, you got this far without calling me Wheels, so I congratulate you, man.
Yeah. An hour and a half. Yeah, only in the last half hour. That's pretty good. Boy, I've been looking at this, but this cutscene right here actually looks pretty darn good upscaled.
Oh yeah.
It does, yeah. Here, let's get our stats up a little bit.
Doesn't even look like Minas Tirith is actually in any danger in that cutscene.
It doesn't really, does it?
It's like they're just having a friendly chat, like. Blues of Blacher. I don't know.
Blues of Blacher. Alright, and we got a funky new spear for our Rohan boy. And we just got some more new shit for our boy Barathor. Numorian steel pauldrons. Hey, I'll take it.
I know Keith David also is the voice of Chaos from the Dissidia Final Fantasy games, the main antagonist. Not the Chaos from Stranger of Paradise, because I don't think he's in that game. But what other
Little Pin of Sanctuary.
other bits of Keith David's resume do I remember? Aside from Goliath from Gargoyles, of course, and Spawn and the other movies.
There's a lot. That's the thing.
He's been in a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, he has.
My personal favorite is him yelling at Ramirez to do literally everything.
Yeah.
Ramirez! Do everything.
Wait, he was actually General Kimsey in Armageddon by Michael Bay.
I guess so.
Oh, wait a minute. He was the narrator in Princess Mononoke? Oh, I never knew that.
Well, now you do. Well, now you know.
And I like...
I found a meme, speaking of what Metal was talking about with Ramirez. I put it in memes in Discord.
And I really enjoy... I really do enjoy Hayao Miyazaki films.
They are very artful and beautiful in a way.
The good thing about them is, except for the one you just mentioned, Mononoke, they're pretty family friendly.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Mononoke was definitely in an element of its own, but still a great flick. I mean, I never knew that about Keith David, but I always remember Billy Bob Thornton in that movie.
Yeah, that's one thing they always do. They usually try to get some like big celebrities to do some of the voiceovers.
Like in Howl's Moving Castle, it was Christian Bale as Howl.
Lord Doom mentioned he was in the movie Lottery Ticket. It's not great, except the parts with Ice Cube. Those parts are fine. Oh, I remember that movie. I remember Lottery Ticket.
Well, the only Ice Cube movie that I'll ever enjoy
Ice
watching...
Cube in that movie is an old retired boxer. I actually remember watching that movie with Mom.
The only Ice Cube movie I'll ever watch passionately is Friday. the first Friday movie.
You know, in Are We There Yet? With Ice Cube, where he drives some kid. In the beginning of the movie, 2 kids ask him if he has Dragon Ball GT cards. Yeah.
Well, do ya?
It's like, I ain't got no Dragon Ball, I got sports cards.
Star Child says that Princess Mononoke had a pretty big cast compared to the other Ghibli movies. Yeah, it did. Let's see, who else was in that movie aside from Keith David and Billy Bob Thornton?
Lord Doom said that to you, Kyle. He said that doesn't count. Friday is amazing.
Right? No, I'm gonna go a step above and beyond Lord Doom and say that Friday is legendary.
Well, it is.
I mean,
That's why I don't go
It
by movie guide ratings anymore. TV guide ratings. It's a bad movie. I'm like, yeah, no, you're a bad movie.
you're
Let's
a
make it-
bad movie.
You're a bad movie.
You're a bad movie.
It
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
make it- I
Gillian
just-
Anderson, Minnie Driver, Jada Smith. Yeah. And even some famous voice actors too, like John DiMaggio, John DeMita, Debbie Derryberry. Yeah, they had some pretty. They had and even Tara Strong too, who played the main female lead in that movie. But yeah, had a pretty good mixture of both Hollywood and professional voice actors.
Pretty nuts if you think about it.
Oh yeah, and Claire Danes. Oh yeah, Claire.
Oh, LPHS, so no Boys in the Hood? Woo-wee. That one's much more serious. But yes,
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
a good one
Claire
too.
Danes. I forgot that she. Oh yeah, she was the adult form of the main female lead.
I love what
the
the Lord
older
Two
form.
put about Goku and Bardock. Lord Two said what the Super Saiyan had in my Bardock, or Hood Goku as I call him, is complete.
Nice.
That is funny. Yay, time to fight some more goddamn orcs. Well, he tried to fell strike my ass while I counterattack his.
Probably my favorite role for Claire Danes was Temple Grandin. It was a TV made movie, I think, where it was an autobiography or a biopic of Temple Grandin, a woman who revolutionized cow slaughter plants, basically with how they make beef actually tastes really good for today.
Oh.
Yeah, but the thing about Temple Grandin is that she has autism.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's a great flick. I mean, pretty funny too.
Interesting.
Yes! Lord Doom, that's perfect. You need to do that.
Now I just need to get a Frieza for him to fold in a display. Boy. Woo!
I love how that orc's just standing there. He's like, come on, come on, come on.
I'm the... Woo! Woo!
Okay, everybody in the chat and everybody here, for this stream, how many of you are getting Shredder's Revenge this week coming out?
Oh, me. Yeah,
I know I am.
definitely. Hey, took out
You already know. I can't.
I know you can't, but that'll be one of your first ones that you pick up whenever you get that job finally.
Yeah.
Which hopefully it won't be much longer.
Yeah. My cousin's like, "Oh no, they're just really slow," and I'm like, "Okay, but I don't have all the time in the world.
Nah.
I'm already running low on on what I saved because
One
I
thing
saw
about-
this coming. At least I had the foresight, to save, But still, what the heck?
I know, yeah.
For Shredder's Revenge, I hope that game has cross-platform play.
Oh,
would be
please, I
nice.
hope so. Because guess what? I kind of want to get it on Switch, actually. Funny enough.
Yeah, I'm getting it on Switch. But eventually I will also be getting the limited run physical release of it too.
The more I think about it, the more the Switch is the only console I can readily play at all times. So I'm like,
Lord Doom says he won't be getting it because he'll be in Vegas and then California.
really?
And then
Best-
LPH says Xbox version for him because he's got Game Pass.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it is coming out day one on Game Pass too.
Well, that's good, shoot. I really do hope it has crossplay then.
Yes,
That would
It's
be
got
nice
to.
if it did, yeah.
that should be a standard for games
These
today.
days, yeah, it would be.
Any game that has online play should have crossplay with multiple platforms. And the reason why Sony hasn't even changed their policies is still beyond me, as that really should be the standard.
They're like, well, we want to protect the children. If Nintendo, the actual family-friendly company, is doing this, you have no excuse for
Do
it.
not let
Exactly.
that thing feed upon my people.
Defend the third gate.
Star Child says he's going to stream it while wearing his Shredder costume too.
Oh, cool.
Hey, nice.
Oh, Lord Doom says he's going to a wedding, and then they're going to Disneyland because his wife and the other bride insist that they all go.
Oh.
Going to Disneyland, not Disney World.
Disney World.
Disney World. They got them baguettes at Disney World.
Well, if they have baguettes at Disney World, what do they have at Disneyland?
I'm sorry.
They got
Oh,
the-
wait.
They got them hoagies.
Okay, that kind of
They
threw
got
me.
them hoagies.
Okay, that threw me for a second, but now we're fighting a bunch of Easterlings.
Huh.
Oh yeah, the Easterlings. I forgot.
Or actually, if I want to be correct to where I live, grinders.
The Easterlings, if I recall, they are the humans of Mordor, or the men of Mordor, right?
They're the humans that inhabit the lands to the to the far east of Middle Earth.
Uh-huh.
That you kind of know like jack shit about.
Right.
So yeah. Huh.
But they are the ones that are in alignment to Sauron.
Yeah, they're allied with Sauron. So yeah.
That means they got to get seen about.
Basically.
When you fight them in Return of the King, the video game adaptation of Return of the King, they act like ninjas.
They
You knock
kind of
them
look
down.
like ninjas too.
You knock them
I
down.
wonder if that's the whole point.
You knock them.
Get it? Asia?
You knock them down. They spring back up onto their feet
Okay.
like ninjas.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Here, I got the phone for you. Who is it? The police. The police! Why did you call the police? They like it. They really like it. Go, 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 go. Okay, they like it.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
LPH, you're not the only one. I want to go to Super Nintendo Land when that comes out.
Oh,
next year.
yeah. Finally, America's getting it, which makes no sense why I took this long, but,
Yeah.
better late than never, I guess. Right?
Yeah, but that's only exclusive to Universal Studios Park, if I recall.
Isn't it always?
I think so, yeah.
Well, then what's the...
Yeah, you know, that'd be something that would be on my bucket list, to go to Super Nintendo Land. Just make
You
sure
know what I want to do?
What?
Take a bucket and actually stick a piece of paper on it and write a list.
A literal bucket list. Interesting.
Just blunt and straight to the point.
I didn't think that would pop you that hard, but hey, I'll take it.
Well, it did, so there you go.
Yeah.
I'll
Damn.
take Doug.
You got your ass kicked.
Yeah, I know.
Just like when I checked Pixiv and I saw that my Sakura fan art was actually was actually on the popular list, and I'm like, what? I don't even think that was that good. You know what? Forget it. I'll just take the W.
Oh, man. You've been making a lot of progress, but none of them are moving. Or acting, basically.
Gee, oh, God. I think this might be another wipe, but
I hope
if it
not,
is, we saved
Yeah,
not too long ago, and we're like almost to time anyway, so.
Yeah.
Except if we go down here, we'll just call it for
That's
the
fine.
week. Like
That's
I said,
fine.
we and if we do get knocked back, it's not terribly far, so.
Then you get up again. They're never gonna keep you down, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, these goddamn Easterlings, though. Jesus. Yeah, there we go. We're dead. Okay.
All right.
Well, yeah, let's call it 12 minutes early, I guess.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Like I said, it's good to be back in the realm of Middle-earth. And, of course, tune in next time for some more Battle of Minas Tirith. Ooh, yeah. Anyways,
And before we go, go ahead.
yeah, anyways, we're going to plug, but obviously before we get out of here. Let's start with Double RPG.
Okay, so you guys can find me at youtube.com, twitch.tv, facebook.com, and twitter.com at Double RPG Reviews. And I am going to be streaming this week, but if anything I'm going to be streaming, then it's going to be the Final Fantasy VII 25th anniversary, which come this Thursday. I'm going to take care of that. But if they are announcing a new Nintendo Direct for this week coming up, then I'm going to be covering that too. But I will be putting some more information through my social medias when I have more details. So be on the lookout for that. But other than that, you can find me at those 4 sources online.
Yeah, and Nintendo probably really should do one this week, but hey, if they don't, they don't. You know, we got at least 3 kind of junkets to look at least.
Yeah.
Anyways, as for me, I am Metal Blue Eyes. Catch me on Twitter at Metal Blue Eyes 0, and apparently today is my 11th Twitter anniversary. So,
Oh. Happy
there you go.
Happy Twitterversary, man.
I didn't realize it until I saw. So yeah. Anyways, I'm also on YouTube at Metal Blue Eyes, though I don't really do pretty much anything yet. But anyways, that's a thing. Yeah. Last but not least, Fighter Coast.
Well, all right, you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Oh, jeez, what the? Oh, God! Whoa!
Mercy.
Whoa,
What
easy,
the heck?
easy coast.
You can follow me on social media that I just mentioned at Fighter Cows, and on Twitch I stream 4 p.m. Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays is Skyrim for the time being, and Fridays is Super Robot Wars OGs.
All right, thank you very much, good sir. And as always, like I said, I hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll hopefully see you, around the upcoming not E3 event, since E3 is dead and buried. So, yeah, hopefully we'll catch you around for some of those, or maybe the Final Fantasy anniversary thingy, since there's supposedly some new announcements coming. So, most people are thinking Remake 2. or Remake Part 2 or whatever you want to call it.
Or Xbox Series X getting the Part 1 port for that
or
system.
that, or like at this point, who knows? We're gonna have
Yeah.
to stay tuned and find out. But anyways, thanks everybody for joining in, and from all of us here, have a good one. And in his immortal parting words,
Name it.
peace out. Have a good one.
Don't get eliminated.